We're live. Oh, okay. It's me, the Book of Boba Fett fan, Levi's head, and Johnny coming into the right side of the screen. What's going on?
Whoa, it's me behind the head. It's a giant head.
That's incredible.
So messed up that you have that.
Yeah, it's kind of narcissistic.
It's a massive head. I'm at my parents' house today, guys. I'm home.
To be proud of.
I'm home.
New location. Levi.
You can see this is my brother's room. He took my room when I left for college. I use my Republic gunship in here. Good stuff.
The best
stuff.
You want to see some childhood art of General Grievous and some clones? Look at these guys. Look at those guys.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Why do they have like boobs, dude?
Yeah, what's up with them?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that. My
Creative
brother
kid, I guess.
You know?
Or maybe like, you know. Inappropriate kid. Who knows?
Okay, get the music on. What's going on?
Oh, you're so right. I am putting.
Oh, yeah,
I'm tweeting right now.
That
a tweet.
We have to combat that dead air.
I'm putting up the live.
Oh no! I just sat down on my mighty beans.
That's a sentence.
That's no one has ever said that.
I
just sat on my mighty beans.
I have Star Wars mighty beans.
Levi was
guys.
going
We're taking it back.
Some
old stuff.
That's what everybody's
stuff
here
that
for.
I do not have. I'm here joined with Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is also on the live with us.
Let's cut out if Jay-Z is here. Rip
yeah,
Wade.
Jay-Z's here with us. Jay-Z, anything you'd like to say about Kenobi?
Yeah, man, I think it's really good. All right, thank you, Jay-Z.
Good stuff.
Jay-Z.
That was convincing. But yeah, people of the chat, what did you think of Kenobi? It's kind of a controversial episode.
Well, hold on. We'll pull some people on a little bit, but
I still think people in the chat should talk about Kenobi.
But they should talk about it, yes, nonetheless. But don't forget, we'll pull you on at the end if you would like to.
What's up, Chad? What's up,
Chad's
Liam,
here.
Anchorman?
Chad, what's going on? Chris Murphy. I'm assuming that's Liam, unless he has an imposter. And
there have been some
Anchorman has
imposters
Mighty
out there.
Beans as well.
Yeah. Mighty Beans are.
The Mighty Bean fandom is dying.
I don't know.
I specifically remember having a Greedo one. I have to find it.
See how it's a big bean?
Mug,
yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Mug. I'm still your profile picture. I love it, Mug. I'm so flattered.
Good.
Unbelievably flattered.
It's good.
Cursed image of me, but nonetheless, it's me. So.
Hey guys, I have the Prima game guide to follow through. If you want to go through that on stream.
I don't think so. Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Fallout 3 janky. Should try it nowadays.
I do. I have the original Clone Wars character encyclopedia here from 2010. I have the original Clone Wars character encyclopedia here from like 2010.
Oh, that's a goated book.
With only season 1 and season 2. Pretty goated book. Pretty goofy book.
Yep.
I believe this is Goat Nation coming in hot with this 7 out of 10. I like 7 out of 10s. 7 out of 10 it means good in my book, but for some people 7 out of 10 is
Wait, you say that was Goat Nation?
It is.
I'm pretty sure
changed
his
name.
Oh, he rebranded.
He's rebranded.
Rebranded.
He's got a rebrand. Before we do get into Kenobi, do we want to talk about that awesome Star Wars drama about Joby Harold and Papa?
I don't really know it, so you guys.
That awesome Miss Marvel app.
I haven't seen it.
Did you watch it, Levi?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm the only one who watched it.
Right?
Talk about the Star Wars thing first. I enjoyed it.
Well, I don't know if I want to get into the Star Wars thing because it's only a controversy because of someone in our past. So.
I thought this was like a big thing because I just see that Pablo tweeted about it and was like,
yeah, someone in Pablo's past too.
Well, I think it's transcended him a little bit because it seems to have. It's beyond him now. People, sure, but I feel like it's good to address.
Technically, we've had drama with Lucasfilm. If you connect the dots right.
Connect the dots, yeah.
So technically, we work for Lucasfilm.
Well, if you can believe this, what happened was, and I shit you not, he read a Bounding into Comics article on his reaction stream last night.
What? What website? What article? What?
Bounding into Comics. Are you familiar with that website?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
does that make sense?
It is.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is, yeah. It's about like so. That article took an interview that Joby Harold did a little bit out of context, and then someone tried to tell him that it was out of context, and he said no, and then now here we are. So.
Why don't you just explain it? Because I feel like we should clear the air for some people that think there's an issue.
Well, there's no issue. It's just that Joby. I mean, honestly, personally, I'm not even necessarily the biggest fan of the fact that it's Joby Harold writing this series. I don't think he has like the best.
No, he doesn't have any credentials, really.
Credentials. However, I will say I think he's done a really good job writing Leia and Ben. I think they've had some great dialogue together, some amazing Star Wars moments. I mean, on rewatch of this episode, the moment at the end when she grabs his hand, like the way that they are interacting, Leia in general has just been so good in the show.
We've all loved Obi-Wan and
I went
Leia
back.
stuff, so
I watched like the scene even when Obi-Wan hears "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." It still works for me. Like I know she doesn't address it, but the way she just says like you're like I don't know the way she Carrie delivers that line.
Kenobi later.
Yeah, it works. It works.
But anyway, the controversy is that Joby Harold gave an interview and he talked about the way that he interacted with the story group and asking them questions and I don't know. For some people, it didn't go. Some people read it like he does not really knowledgeable about Star Wars. And so,
the way I read it is that there's some good processes over at Lucasfilm to make sure things are canon, and the writer of the show made sure that he was adhering to canon. I feel like that's.
I like to hear.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want it. There's not much controversy in it for me, anyway.
I've just seen people online going crazy about it.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Did Pablo really tweet about it?
He just now, yeah, he clarified. I can just hold up.
Yeah, let's do a clarifying comment.
Pablo Hidalgo.
Well, I don't even know.
Jay-Z, what do you think? No, okay. Jay-Z's
got no. Jay-Z doesn't.
Please the fifth.
We follow Pablo.
I noticed he has a Christmas hat, Santa hat on. Is it?
He does. It's always time for
almost,
holiday cheer.
I believe it's the summer.
Christmas is every day. Christmas is canceled, actually.
A famous line from
I believe a wise man once said that.
A famous line from a famous movie?
A famous film, yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, Pablo Hidalgo... Oh, here we go. He says, seeing a lot of people lying about the story. Obi-Wan knowing that Vader was alive and turning it into a story about Obi-Wan knowing that Anakin was Vader. Who knows why? Impossible to say. Is that what he was talking about?
Yeah, that is what he was talking about.
Of course he knows he's Vader. He didn't know he survived. That's been the status quo since 05. Yeah.
Lovely,
so the what's it called? The article tried to frame it as if Joby just had there was no
the article, the Bounding into Karmak's article in question implies that Joby Harold has never seen Revenge of the Sith. That's what the article implies.
No, it's true.
Is it true?
I don't even think the man knew what Star Wars out was before getting this job.
Yeah. So
it's just like how like the people writing The Acolyte have never seen Star Wars.
Yeah, the like one person, the writers
room. The one person that like they just wanted to make sure like.
Which I think is actually a good thing.
No, it is. It's like.
I mean, Andor is probably going to be a banger, and you know what? Tony Gilroy does not give a damn, and he said that like during Robo. He's like, I don't care about this stuff. Like, I don't know what a T-47 snow speeder is. Like, you know, he doesn't get those things. He's like, I'm just trying to write a good story, and he did. So.
I am confident that there are people at Lucasfilm that are making sure everything is canon, everything works, it all fits. You know,
it's the story group, correct?
Exactly right. And so far they've done a great job. I mean, like there are some contradictory things,
in Bad Batch,
but not. But the only contradictory things seem to be from like print media. Or two.
And it's really just the Bad Batch is the one example in the past 10 years so far.
And I guess
8
so far.
And even I don't know.
Which is much better than the previous continuity, but it still hurts just a little bit. And you know I do want to because I do want to just start talking about it. And hey, hold the horse. So I see Go Nation saying
for this
saying like
discussion.
I never thought the Kenobi would disappoint, and sadly it came true. You know, I'll be honest, more than usual, I think that I totally understand why you would be disappointed in the show. I'm honestly like every single a lot of the points, reasonable points that people make, like if you're having a constructive conversation, like I personally don't really like the way this show is shot. I don't really like Deborah Chow's style, the shaky cam. Not really for me.
I can agree.
For me. And like there's a lot of technical things where if you're like this doesn't it breaks the show for me, then I get it. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason,
We've
upon
talked
rewatch,
about it
like
here and there, but
it's clicking for me. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. I understand that for some people it's not working, but I get it. Like this is a weird time where I feel like I'm on both sides. I both love it, and I can totally understand why you would hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I've like seen or digested, I guess, the so-called flaws of the show, and it's not done yet. The show,
It's not done. Yeah.
so that's an important part too. Some of the like crazy emotional stuff I think we're getting set up for is in these last 2 episodes.
It's never good when I'm going, "Where's Wade?" and then O'Shea Jackson Jr. walks out and goes, "Where's Wade?"
Yeah.
It's like, no, that was a bad.
That was
I hope
that was a bad moment.
I think I left that in the reaction. Yeah.
But I'd say this episode so far is probably the most controversial of that the show has given, and I haven't necessarily seen people saying it's awful. It just seems like everyone's like.
I think the controversy is that it was unbelievably mid.
It's true. I've seen people saying this is the best one of the show.
I've also seen that, but that's.
What's like about it? Do you think was mid, like necessarily?
I just think. Well, I'm not like necessarily in that exact party, but I just think.
Yeah, you are. Come on now.
Well, you just said it was unbelievable.
I just thought it was okay. That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen.
Oh, I thought you said you were saying it was unbelievably mid.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah. The only thing I can understand is that it was a little slow at times, but also like he was just like sneaking around, which is like happens in
I just
shows and
just
movies.
think there was some dull points. I don't know.
The only thing I want more of, which I think we will get, coming off that last episode where Obi-Wan's like probably at one of the lowest points in his life, there weren't very emotional moments between him and Anakin. I mean, they had like one
in the back to tank.
Yeah, and that was
a
big.
lot of story potential.
But also, I think we're gonna get that because Obi-Wan, like, he has all this grief, but also he's like, Leia's been taken, and he's like, oh yeah, that's my job. Well, my second job. My first job was Luke. Now my other job's Leia. So he kind of has to be able to get past that and just move, get Leia. But if we don't get more Anakin Obi-Wan stuff, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, I remember.
We will, right?
I think they have to deliver on it.
Yeah.
Hey, Rip Wade.
I mean, I hope you guys can agree with this because I think this is just pretty much everybody across the board. This show has been hyped to oblivion. And
of course.
People were
if you put Obi-Wan Kenobi in anything, it's
Yeah, people were thinking it was going to be, a perfection show, like a perfect show, like Star Wars is, good again. Disney's restored.
It's interesting. A lot of people are saying like this is the second Last Jedi. For some people,
I don't think that's way too far.
I just don't think I'm having the issues that a lot of other people are having. I don't like. There's definitely times I'm watching the show and I'm like, oh, this feels a little odd, or this feels a little off, or like it's a bit slow here. But it's not like for some people this is like some make or break stuff.
Sheev.
Hey, Sheev.
What's up, Sheev? Sheev, let us know what you thought about the episode.
I didn't get a chance to watch your reaction last night. Your stream. I want to know what you thought about it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think so. I gotta say because I've seen a lot of people. Yeah, Johnny, you're saying mid. I've seen some people say, this is the worst thing ever. But a lot of the older people in the older generation of fans, OT fans, are making a lot of comparisons to just the original trilogy, and that this feels like it feels like a callback to that kind of hijinks in A New Hope. And when I watched it again,
this episode specifically, or
the whole thing? When Obi-Wan's literally slinking around.
And people. Like people were saying, people older than us saying this is my favorite episode so far. Like people I respect who I'm a Book of Boba Fett fan. Like they crapped all over Book of Boba Fett, thought it wasn't good. Like they have strong opinions about stuff about Star Wars, and they're like, no, this episode is really good. It harkens back to that kind of thing that we wanted the prequels to be. Like when George talked about the prequels, is like this is what Obi-Wan was doing. And I thought about it through that lens. I'm like, okay, like I see it. Like I think I see why people like it so much. And I when seeing it through that lens, I liked it.
Yeah,
it does feel it feels very OT.
Correct. I think there's absolutely things to love in this episode. I just like overall. I can't really pinpoint anything exactly. It was just like, well, I can tell you, the Wade thing. I think that was too much Wade.
I think it's a little, yeah. The Wade was a little ridiculous, but again, it's not like a like.
But it was a small point. I'm making a joke with them.
It was a Jack Porkins moment. It was a Porkins moment.
And we live for that with Star Wars. Wade will forever be in our
heart. Was it a little
heart.
different? I feel like it was very similar. It was a Porkins moment.
I just, I don't know, it didn't thrill me. Maybe I'm just not like the type of guy who just likes like people just sneaking around hallways like in an Imperial base. Like I think back to the Mando
I wouldn't
episode,
have liked it either until Obi-Wan whipped out the lightsaber and started going crazy, and that like build up just worked really well for me, especially when like he's in the hallway using the Force on the what's it called, the window and everything. I don't know. I thought it was like the show made it pretty clear that like he is hurt and he is like emotionally distraught and stuff. Like he can't just like bust out his lightsaber and take on the entire fortress, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's not what I needed either.
That's fair. But yeah. The slinking did
I'm
go on for a little while.
It was okay.
But
let's talk about the fortress in general, because it sort of paid off a thing that I didn't even really realize is that in Rebels, Hera says that the Mustafar system is where Jedi go to die. And we never really saw that and like what that means. And seeing in the Mustafar system, like they called it the Fortress Inquisitorius, that's what it's called in canon. It's on Nur, it's what it's called in canon. They made it look like, so seeing it and then seeing like that line in Rebels like pay off, like this is where Jedi go to die. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, and then watching it again and seeing like Terra Nube, like it's intense. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I am going to watch this again, but maybe I just like kind of misread it at the time, but I just feel like the him walking into the hallway and just all that stuff kind of just came out of nowhere, and they like hyped it up if it was like a big plot point. Like this has been something that's been built up.
Tripod. Yeah, okay. Choco, I'm with Choco. My number one guy on the show. Yeah, the show is like this. Like.
Does he mean you, or does he mean the show?
I'm on stream. I'm on my phone. I think he means the show. Like that is my number one drawback is the direction of the show. Like it needs to be stabilized. I said the direction, like stabilize the footage, Deb Chow. Like please.
There are some weird shots. A weird shot I noticed while watching is when Reva and Leia are talking.
Maybe he was talking about me.
It like comes over from the camera.
I think he was talking about you.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the phone today, Choco. My internet's down, so I'm going free. I'm free. My computer's not working.
Internet's bad.
I thought
it's good to see you at Celebration, by the way. Briefly,
it's very true. Yeah. I thought the like seeing all the dead Jedi was pretty important, especially when he sees the kid and like just to know that he knows that Anakin did that, and I don't know. Yeah, I thought it was a big moment. And also it just showed obviously us as super fans know how thorough these Inquisitors have been, but like to see that and then just see all these Jedi and they're being displayed. Really, it's just like
you saw a couple of prequel Jedi in there. I mean, seeing Terra Nube, you see Coleman Kcaj is the way it's spelled. I always say Kasaj. I don't know if that's right or not, but he's in episode 3. He's like the eyes on the side of his head. Paulo Jill is another one of the species.
I have to go back.
Was that Terra Nube confirmed? Was that actually?
Yeah.
That is so sad.
It's so funny. In Wikipedia, when we were looking at it, like when I pulled it up, it literally said on the bottom,
Kenobi.
Kenobi chapter part 4 appears as corpse.
In the amber
already.
I always thought he had a white lightsaber, but it's just a really bright blue.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. But it looks like it.
Yeah, didn't think so. But maybe I do. I am going to watch the episode again. I haven't had the time to.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. So I don't like.
But
I enjoyed it a lot more on the second watch.
It wasn't like a thrilling episode, which again, I don't need every episode to be like, this is the same argument I think with every show. Like everybody goes through this point. It's like this is the dry episode. Like not a lot happens, but like, I mean, there definitely was things that happened. I just, and I was saying earlier, my least favorite episode I think of Mando season 2 was the one of Mando walking around in the Imperial base, I think. Maybe I think
the Siege? You're crazy, dude. The Frog Lady episode is not lower than that.
Frog Lady, okay.
That's nuts. The Siege is a goat.
I think I like the Frog Lady one more than that, actually.
Anyways.
It's beside the point.
Dude, the Siege is a great episode.
I just get bored by the sneaking around in the hallways type stuff. I just feel like it's been we've seen it a lot before, and I feel like again, I think for me, the real frustration was I expected a lot more, which again is just like expectations, like they just get the best of you, I guess. But
I do feel that because we were going between Obi-Wan and what's her name, Imperial spy woman, Tala. We're going between them, and they're doing pretty much the same thing. Although Tala's just undercover, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna keep walking down these halls. Tala's gonna like have like 3 run-ins and have the same conversation every time. And then Obi-Wan, you know.
I did like that Tala moment though, at like the metal detector kind of thing. With
that was cool.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's something we see in Star Wars all the time. You are right about that. But I think they're also very aware of that and just trying to.
Right now, by the way, guys, my phone is stacked up on about a pile of 40 Game Informer magazines.
You look like you're about to have like you're a dad about to have like a serious conversation.
I'm sorry, son. I have to get rid of the Game Informer magazines. These are. I have the issue of Transformers: Fall of Cybertron.
Wow,
your Mighty Beans addiction has to stop.
My Mighty Beans addiction must stop.
Son, I sat on your Mighty Beans.
Batman: Arkham Origins, good game.
All right, good game. Good game. We can talk about it.
I think what's kind of caught me by surprise the most, which is something I was kind of worried about going into the show, is the Obi-Wan and Leia dynamic.
I think it's been the best.
And just how much I love.
I think it's the best part of the show.
I like totally get behind Obi-Wan's like need to save her, you know, or just like I don't know, it feels so right. And like also just with the like Obi-Wan literally like without him the rebellion doesn't exist essentially, or it doesn't get as far as it does because Leia would be probably not okay, and neither would Luke. And I think that's a really cool addition.
I don't know. Chaka says the episode had the most development for Obi-Wan specifically. He's become the dude we all know and love in A New Hope.
Agree.
You think in this episode he had the most?
I mean, because him in the back to tank and coming out, and you see him start to use the Force again. Like he's even in the robes. Like he's using the.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't even care to hide anymore.
When we started the show, he was definitely not anywhere near Jedi. Like, not anywhere near Jedi, but it's like it was similar to a kind of version of like Luke in the beginning of TLJ. But like now he's back. Like he's starting to get his mojo again. You know,
and it's his need to do good. It's his need to save Leia. You know that's forcing him. It's an itch. It must be scratched.
I would argue the first episode has more like development for Obi-Wan as the character, but
my phone has fallen.
I mean, when you do look at it in the grand scheme, it's like this is the episode where where Obi-Wan has to save Leia. Like it's kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah. Like when you think of an Obi-Wan, but you know what I mean when it's like, oh, I want this like Anakin stuff. I want these flashbacks. I want him to talk to Qui-Gon. I want him to do the Obi-Wan stuff. You know, like I still do need that.
It could just be that I'm itching for that stuff, like more than I am just to see. I don't know.
Also, the episode was pretty short. I'm not a short episode hater. I mean, I'll always take more Star Wars, but like I don't see a short episode and get like really mad.
Some of the best episodes.
It's just a bummer, especially for a show like this, though. That like has been hyped up for so long and has had such a long wait. And
if anything, it works better for me with this show because it's all one continuous movie type. I mean, they're literally parts.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the argument you can make is that it's essentially a very long Obi-Wan Kenobi movie.
Unfortunately, we have to wait weekly to watch these next parts of the movie. Yeah. So it's like when you get a shorter.
However, I have high hopes for episode 5.
I'm sorry.
Though. What are you doing?
It keeps falling. I wanted to balance it for Choco instead of holding it because he was giving me crap. And
you're just reading a magazine.
Looking at your...
I want to read about. I'm sorry.
We're trying to talk about Kenobi.
Bring the face back.
No.
Bring the head back. I'm trying to leave my head.
Too big. High quality. That's probably the height of me.
It's comically large.
My height.
It's a comically large head.
Disturbing.
But what do you guys kind of need from this show, like moving forward, to like solidify it? Because right now I think we're all kind of in the agreement. It's like it's good. It's not incredible, but it is a good show.
Yeah. So I think
more Vader.
Going in, I was expecting a lot more Vader, and I was expecting a lot more Anakin, and I guess that's like my expectations getting the better of me. But I also, I'm hoping in these last 2 episodes that there's a lot. I hope. We do know part of the end of the show.
Here, pull up Chaco's comment there.
Kind of in it, but yeah, I will in a second. But yeah. So he went from reluctant to gallant, from being convinced to trust people to convincing others to trust him, from barely moving a small object to holding back the ocean. That's fair.
I love that, and I love how that's after he learns about the all these Jedi. When he hears about Quinlan Vos isn't sitting on his ass. Quinlan is helping rebuild the Jedi Order, and obviously he's got a different situation than Obi-Wan. But I imagine for Obi-Wan, he was like, oh, maybe I can actually make a difference.
Ewan's like just face acting has done wonders for the show.
I mean, he's just an incredible actor. He does it great.
Like because when he says Quinlan's been here, like the way he like slightly smiles, you see him remember Quinlan. Like he remembers that time, like when he was a different man, when he and Quinlan would go out and fight Cad Bane hunting for Zero the Hutt. Like that's right. That's something that they did together. And
good art, good episodes.
The Dark Disciple stuff too. And I'm not saying like, oh, Ewan was channeling that, but clearly like Ewan is channeling. Obi-Wan had a better time, right? And that name evokes that for him. Right. I mean, it's actually kind of funny because Ewan, the only other time Quinlan Vos has been mentioned on screen, Ewan said it in Revenge of the Sith. He says Master Vos has moved his troops to Bot's Pity.
Oh, really?
In Revenge of the Sith. So it's funny that Ewan gets to say both lines. The only other time like an on-screen viewer would have heard that is from him.
Well, technically he was in episode 1. That's just
technically that's a retcon. So
that wasn't him either, right?
It is, but it's a retcon.
It is.
The vintage collection card back on it is so funny. That's cool. This out of focus shot of Quinlan Vos in the background.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
Yeah, it's literally the shot of the movie of like him in the background sitting on a chair, like
but it's like
this.
He's in the background.
Deep background.
Interesting. Yeah, anyway, I know. I guess this was a progression episode. I'm not saying it wasn't. I just.
How about the scene?
I don't know what I expected from this episode. Maybe my expectations are getting the better of me with this show. I don't know. I'm not sure. But also, I will going back. I think that some of the direction is just.
Yeah, I'm being honest. I'm fully on board with the story. It's the direction.
Some of the shots are weird. Like, and some
the way it is shot.
Yeah, but some are really good. I mean, it has its moments where it's like there's some really good stuff. Like when Obi-Wan's swimming under the fortress and stuff like that.
Yeah, there are some really cool shots.
And there's some really good hallway shots. Every action when he was like fighting the stormtroopers, I thought that was great too.
Yeah, Deb Chow can do action. Yeah. There are some cool just establishing shots too, like when the scythe shows up on Tatooine in episode 1, and you have that over the head shot of like the Grand Inquisitor looking down. Like that is a really that's a cool shot. But for me, it's really the shaky cam stuff.
It doesn't need to be The Office.
I'm not a fan of it, and it doesn't detract the show from the show too much because it's honestly all, especially when it's this kind of like directorial filmmaking, it's very subjective. Like this works for some people, it doesn't work for other people.
It's a little upsetting.
It doesn't always work for me.
It really feels like it's coming out of the Mandoverse stuff. It feels like it's in the same vein. A lot of the way it's shot.
I think I disagree with that actually. Yeah. I think Mando looks better.
Better,
than this. I think Mando looks.
I was just hoping this would have a more cinematic feel, like similar to a movie, but it does very much feel like.
I think Mando does have that cinematic feel.
I think it does at times.
Chapter 13, the Jedi on Caladan with like Ahsoka Tano, like that episode feels like a movie. That has cinematic.
That one specifically, and that's very much Dave Filoni, having the Kurosawa.
No, I agree, Levi.
It's not just Dave. I mean, Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, The Return of the Mandalorian, that feels like a film. The way they use the Glavis set, the ring world on the volume, they make that work. And Johnny, you and I were talking last night about the long take, and like there's a long take in that episode of Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's true.
He goes into the elevator, and around. The camera comes around. That was good. I like that.
That was good.
It's just a taste thing. Like I think that Kenobi has used it in a little bit of a different way.
That's just fair.
My favorite part of this episode was the CGI stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's right. I liked
PS1 troopers.
I liked Vader force choking Reva. Not for any specific reason. I just other than Vader being cool.
The gravity fall hat.
Yeah,
it's not actually a gravity fall hat.
But...
Nope, just a triangle guy.
Thanks for the diss on my hat. I think.
Good show though. Episode 3 of what?
Gravity Falls.
Episode 3 of Gravity Falls. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. What do you guys think of that scene though? Vader walking up and just
good scene.
That I think was the biggest reaction for me. Was that part. I mean,
because
of course,
it's Vader.
We'll all get excited. Yeah, it's Vader. Like we'll all get excited for Vader. And like, I thought I saw something about people being like, "Oh, Vader wouldn't just like let Reva go."
It's like, yeah, he would because she like did the right thing. She did a good thing.
she did what Tarkin will do and he will do in A New Hope.
Yeah,
let him go.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if I like necessarily love Reva's character. I think she's written some of her dialogue's just written a bit poorly, I think. But I still think I like her relationship.
I think this was her best ep.
I like her relationship to the other Inquisitors and how I like how she understands Vader to a degree. She knows how to move her way up, and she's super smart. Like
she's
like
Anakin. She's clearly she's just like Anakin.
Right. Very similar. Yeah, and I just need to. We keep getting hints at her story. I feel like we're gonna be spending a lot of time, unfortunately, maybe in these next 2 episodes on.
Yeah. Here's the thing that they need to. I think I don't have a doubt that they're not going to stick the landing with this story, but there are a lot of things that now need to be.
I think if they have 2 long episodes, they can do it. So for Reva though, I think the script had previously she had been the weakest parts of it. I don't think she was being written particularly well. I think Moses Ingram was doing a really good job with what she was given.
No, she's been great.
But this episode, I thought she really shined. When she's interrogating Leia, there's so much. Because Leia says in episode 2 or episode 1, when she's talking to her cousin, she says, the less that you say, you think you're afraid of your dad and you think that being like him makes you strong, but you're really just afraid of him. And that dynamic that she exposes in her cousin is the exact same with Reva. And she's doing the same thing where everything that Reva is like, she's just projecting onto her. And that moment that Moses Ingram where she reaches out to her and just like pulls her fist back because she's like, I almost had you, but now we're gonna make those tears real. Like that was a good moment. I was like, good. I'm really buying. I bought Moses Ingram.
I didn't really like
this episode. I loved her.
I didn't really like all that stuff. I liked everything after like when Leia got taken out of the interrogation room. I thought I got kind of bored through the rest of the stuff. Again, maybe I need to watch it again. But
it was a little hard to believe how Reva fully tries to probe her mind and can't, and you think Reva would be like, "What's going on here?" Like you are an actual child.
I think Leia carried that scene, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Leia, I think
Leia is so good. Leia's probably my favorite part of the show.
Remember though, the mind stuff has always only ever worked on the weak mind, like really.
Yeah, but Leia's like a literal child.
No, but she's also Anakin Skywalker and Padme was his kid.
Yeah, but don't you think? Do you think this would have been a moment for Reva? Like,
well, I think it might be.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm cool
with
that.
For season 2?
Well, maybe, but I think she might be like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I did like at first when she mentioned a tracker, I was like, did she really just throw a tracker like without us seeing it on the ship?
That's what I thought.
But I was like, that's so like boring. But then her doing it through Lolo, that was good stuff.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, and it made sense too because early in the episode we're like, why would she let her keep Lolo? That's so bizarre. But like Reva's like 10 steps ahead, man. Reva gets it.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I liked all that.
You guys didn't hear me.
No, yeah,
You caught it on the edit. I was like, it's
then
Lolo.
I had to edit. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
It. Then I had to edit. Yeah, but question for me. Yeah, when I get stuff, there will be. I think Ahsoka's coming.
There will not be unboxings for me. Sadly, not a lot of unboxings.
Why?
Yeah, no,
I keep it in the box.
You should do some reboxings.
Right. It's funny. So I was just.
Yeah, I'll do a reboxing of that. Anakin.
This is a reboxing. It was funny. So I was redoing my room and I put all the 3 3/4 figures I got from Celebration on my wall. I think I'm hooked.
You're in.
I already have a lot in my cart on eBay.
You're in.
I kind of want to complete the waves that I started.
Of the Revenge of the Sith ones, Revenge of the Sith is it's a favorite wave of mine too to collect. Those are such fun figures. Almost every figure is like
everyone
goofy and fun, and they look good, and they're like I bought them. Yeah, they're just fun stuff. I'm reading Brotherhood right now, the Mike Chen novel, the Anakin and Obi-Wan book, and it's about that business on Cato Nemoidia that the reference in episode 3, and there's like a really good Nemoidian warrior in the episode 3 line that I bought on eBay yesterday.
And he's in the book?
Well, they're all in the book, like that design is, but it's in episode 3. It's from episode 3. Like you see them in the back of the Nemoidian warrior. They got like this cool like samurai armor, and it's like that's the only way you can buy that figure is that episode 3 line.
Right.
So I bought that. There's a lot of cool figures in that line. But you keep it in box though? You keeping them in box or?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Take them I wall.
Yeah, good stuff.
Target
like a target.
Like a target. All right. Anyway, sorry. Expect part 2 of the vlog on Friday, everyone. By the way, I think. Anyways,
Liam, I'd say
Miss Marvel, good. Liked it a lot.
I'm happy. Most people are saying it's a good show.
Yeah,
so
I don't understand why they would put it out during like.
I just think it was probably one of the stupidest decisions I think Disney's ever made to put. Well, I don't know if they truly care about the show, but to put it next to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Just do Wednesdays and Fridays. Just separate it.
I know.
It's that easy. It's that
Why
easy.
the same day, dude?
Because an algorithm decided that Loki did really good on Wednesdays. So.
Dude, like it's so stupid, man. It's because Loki got a lot of press because it was a good show. It doesn't matter what day it comes out. Why does
it seems like a layup, but you know.
Like it's not like YouTube where it's like people aren't like just like scrolling through Disney Plus.
Remember when it was Loki on Wednesday and Bad Batch on Friday?
I know that was awesome.
Good time.
Those were the days.
Those are the days.
About a year ago now, actually.
I'm reluctant to say stuff because it's like these are people that get paid a lot of money to make these decisions and like are pretty smart, I would assume, in their field. So there has to be some kind of like other reason than just like Loki was good, so we do it.
Erlend, is that the? Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh, I was pretty much at the end of my point.
Oh, as Erlend, is that the special edition droid, the ASP7? They made some funny funny figures in Power of the Force.
Bizarre figure. I haven't seen.
I'm pretty sure it's the droid that you see in the special edition when it's like the new CGI shot and it like smacks the other droid and it goes. There's like a, like when the Jawas on the Ronto and stuff, and it's like, and there's a droid in the front of the frame that just smacks.
This was our thought process as well.
I think okay, absolutely. I could not agree more. But Miss Marvel, very good. Honestly, it's bringing my Marvel back a little bit.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the descriptions for the Kenobi episodes have gotten less and less revealing.
No, wasn't it like four words?
There's 4 words.
Obi-Wan plots a mission. The first one is when agents of the Empire pose a new threat, Obi-Wan emerges after years of hiding. Obi-Wan plots a mission.
What do you think? And then episode 6 will just be like Vader.
Obi-Wan
fights. Obi-Wan fights.
Obi-Wan dies.
Here, we're 40 minutes in here.
Obi-Wan dies.
Let's pull some
viewers. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Anything?
One pulling the viewies.
While I'm at the parents' house.
Guys,
I gotta go back to my parents. Man. I gotta go.
I don't know.
You gotta go. Bye.
I mean, not like not.
We can keep it shorter stream.
Get some people in.
You don't need to spam it. Just pin it, Dylan.
No, I spam it.
Anchorman has the. Do you like?
I know. I can only pin it from
Do you like it more than Moon Knight, John?
YouTube, so I'll do it.
I really like the first episode. A lot of character, a lot of fun.
But do you think it's better?
I'm sensing a really good story as well. Do I like it more than Moon Knight? I don't know. It's the first episode. I mean, did I like it better than the Moon Knight pilot? Yes.
Damn.
I gotta go back and watch Moon Knight because I don't know how I feel about it anymore. I think it was good, but
the effects looked good. A lot of color, which I really like. The characters are really fun. The banter was fun.
The trailer
it felt like Marvel. If this show came out like right after Endgame, I'd be like, okay, this feels right.
Okay.
The trailers have seemed
I didn't like it
uninteresting. But I just don't really know who it's targeted toward either, based off the trailers, because it seems like a kid show.
Well, not you.
Yeah, I guess not.
Not you.
Well, guys,
MCU canceled.
Chad the Mad Lad.
You sound
Your
like
name alert just dropped. I'm gonna pull him in.
Harry.
All right, you're coming in, Chad.
What do we use this?
Hey, Chad, what's up?
Hey, Chad.
Chad, you made me small. You made me shrink.
I'm sorry.
You put Levi in the box.
Sorry, Levi.
Where he deserves to be.
I'm sorry, my bad.
The walls.
You want
a
he's
mighty
in the trash compactor. We don't need to see the
I'm
mighty.
good.
All right, who do you got? Who do you got?
Get
Actually, no. Chad is here. Do it later. Chad,
Yeah, we
how's
gotta-
it going?
Chat
we
me,
gotta-
Chad.
All right.
Sebulba Mighty Bean.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll take that.
Very
Sebulba's
relevant.
always awesome.
Oh, this is
Where was he in
awesome.
this
That's true.
episode? Why wasn't
Dude,
he
I
in
I
one
missed
of
know.
the
him.
Why
tanks?
isn't he?
I
in
was
Kenobi?
waiting for
That's-
Sebulba.
we're
all were.
holding out.
I was holding out. I thought, Anakin, he's like, I just need to get rid of these guys. They knew me from the past. He beat me all the time in the races. I just gotta beat him
Vader has a dartboard, one with Obi-Wan and one with Sebulba.
up. Sebulba. He's just like aiming for Sebulba. He's like, I keep
Right.
hitting Obi-Wan.
But
I think he's
Chad,
gonna fight him at the end of episode.
Sebulba, yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually the last
just gonna be
episode of the pod
Obi-Wan.
race episode.
Yeah.
And you know the
And
descriptions. The last step just says Sebulba. That's the one.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
what- yeah.
That's all I'll say.
That's all it is. Yeah.
But
Chad,
Chad,
we were
where-
kind of. Yeah. Go ahead, Dylan.
Where do you stand on this episode?
I don't know. Like there was parts of it that was like really good. Like when he like saved Leia, and then it was like that dark shot, and then you just see the lights.
Oh yeah,
go
she
on,
was
and,
talking
like,
about that. Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was like super good.
That was
And then there was like parts of it where it was like, okay, this is taking forever. Like
Right back.
it's a 30 some minute episode, and it's taking forever.
100%.
But,
Yeah.
I was expecting other things. Like I was like, oh, he just got in, had a little bit of like force connection with like Anakin. When in the back to tank, I was expecting
so
like a little
cool.
bit more, but then that was awesome. And I was like,
Right.
oh, maybe like a little bit of Clone Wars, No,
No, not
just
yet.
pulled him right away, and I was like, oh, all right.
Hopefully
never mind.
those scenes are gonna serve the rest of the show. Again, like we keep saying, it's more like a movie. So
Yeah.
hopefully we're
Yeah.
gonna see that continued, and it's gonna all work out. and we're
I'm
all
at
be
a point
happy.
where we're not getting those Clone Wars flashbacks that people think we're gonna get.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
like.
I hope we
we're not
do.
get- They
We
would
got
have
two more episodes, and hopefully they're good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 more episodes, but like these 2 more episodes have to be
This
like
is
an hour
okay,
long.
but think about it. This is the
but-
third act of the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, so I don't know.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, this was
Yeah.
like definitely like the end of the second act. Like it's
Right.
setting up like it like
All I'll
like,
say
hey,
is
Leia
that-
got captured. Now we rescued her. Now what's gonna happen? Kind of a thing.
On the transport, Tala was like, she's like, you got to forget your past, and he was like, some things you can't forget. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
he was teeing up. Maybe like next step, he's got to go deep into his memory
Right.
to think about how he can, like, because you got to get Qui-Gon, because we have to have the payoff to the Qui-Gon thing. So he's gonna
Right.
have to.
Yep.
I think he's
And
gonna
I'm
have to do some
imagining that's
introspection. So
Next week. That should be
I hope
next
so.
week because
I
I,
hope.
don't know.
Yeah, you like reaching out.
Maybe it was
to
episode
Qui-Gon.
6. I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be paid off.
Mhm.
And I thought we were about to get some flashbacks at the beginning of the episode when he was being carried on the stretcher, or he was just being
Yeah.
carried. And then also in the back to tank, because Book of Boba Fett taught us that when you're in the back to tank, you have dreams.
Yeah,
or you
Great
see your
opener.
pet.
Great opener.
That was a
too.
very
I
good
saw
opener.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, chills.
what do we think of O'Shea Jackson Jr.? We haven't really talked about him at all.
I thought he was great.
Roken.
I'll be
Quinlan?
honest. I yeah,
I totally
Quinlan.
thought he was Ice Cube on screen. I was like, oh shit, keeps here.
I was actually surprised by his performance, like how good he was. Maybe he wasn't even that good, and I was just like, oh wow, like
My,
he's just
my
was written
favorite-
and acted well.
Yeah, my favorite line of his was "Where's Wade?"
Where's Wade?
That was
Where's
my favorite
Wade?
one.
Yeah, dude, Wade was like, they really focused a lot on Wade there, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm.
What do you think
for it.
about Wade, Chad?
Literally, I was like, who the heck is Wade? And then I realized I was like, oh, he's the dude that died. I was
Right.
like,
Yeah,
this
they
dude
like
meant nothing to me.
focused on him for a couple minutes there, but anyways.
It's funny on the
Um,
rewatch.
Like,
On the
You're
rewatch, like
Wade.
when they're all
I
around
was
the
like, who's
table, he's the
Wade?
one who's
And then I
like,
was like, oh yeah,
he's
he's the dude that died.
he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, so that's Fortress Inquisitorius, and the other woman, Sully, is like, no, Wade, no one's stupid enough to break in there. So he says Wade that one time.
Oh wait, Wade was in that scene.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in that scene. Yeah.
Wade
Wade, there's
named-
setup. There's Wade setup.
Wade name dropped Fortress Inquisitorius. Crazy.
Right. Chad, what was
Um,
your favorite part of the app? Was it that when the lights went off and then Obi-Wan was doing his thing, or
Yeah, that, and then maybe like when like Darth Vader shows up and like force chokes Reva.
yeah,
Because you could
Yeah.
definitely tell that was like Hayden underneath that suit.
Yeah.
Like the way
Yeah.
he like reached out with his arm,
marched
you're
in
like,
and then
that is-
did the
that is like that is Hayden. That is Hayden walking and doing that like entire scene, and that
Right.
was perfect. Like I was just
This show shoots Vader really well.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna kill her. Then that was like, oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
Now. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, she's dead now.
The fifth brother wanted it too. He was like, "Let's go.
I mean,
this is great."
Yeah.
He was like,
I would have agreed with you if we didn't get that Order 66 scene, which
Yeah.
we're all think that that's who was there.
Involved.
Reva was in that scene. So
easily it's
we
her.
must need payoff. We gotta need payoff for something with that, right? I don't know.
Yeah, they can't just like set it up, be like, hey, here's these younglings, and then just ignore it. The entire episode. So
just
maybe they'll save it for
66
season 2, which who knows?
Honestly, I don't want a season 2, but I'll see how it
No,
ends.
I don't know. I don't think none of us do either.
I mean, I don't really want an Obi-Wan Kenobi show without like the Vader stuff, and I imagine
you can only do it once. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how many times can these guys meet before, like, I don't know?
Yeah,
get
you
shaky.
Might as well just make a Vader show, like just give us this show starring Hayden as Vader, and like
that would be insane.
Inquisitor show.
Like,
I'll take that Inquisitor show.
Was that?
It was a rumor a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, so I have to interrupt here. Unfortunately, I do have to go a little sooner than I thought.
Okay.
Thank you, Chad, for being here. I'm on my phone, so I can't see who is like in the queue if there's anyone or how many people are watching. But if you're here, thank you. I appreciate you, Chad. I appreciate you extra because you made me small. I gotta go. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Here's my big head.
Levi's just gonna play with his mighty beans.
That's what he's
just gonna hang out with his mighty beans.
All right, bye, Levi. Ay. All right, well, that guy. Yeah, but overall, you like this episode, or?
It's one I need to rewatch again. Like I watched it at like 3 a.m. this morning, so like,
it's always hard because we did the reactions.
I watched it like right away, and then I was like, oh gosh, I gotta go to work now, and like didn't even think about the episode. So it's like the only thing I was thinking about was like, dang, they just showed us like dead Sanube, and I need therapy now. So thanks, Deborah.
Don't we all?
Like, killed that precious.
That was a cool part.
Lightsaber Lost fans, we're eating.
Yeah. Clone Wars fans. All right, Chad.
That was our Clone Wars flashback, so.
Yeah.
Give it to it. That could have triggered it. Who knows? I hope they know what they're doing.
Could have triggered something, right?
Maybe.
I hope.
I don't know.
That's what I wish.
Again, it's all about the build-up. It's a movie. It was. Hopefully.
I think we're all saying this right now, like things we want, and I think the 2 episodes will deliver on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I just remember doing this for Book of Boba Fett, and I like Book of Boba Fett. I don't think, but like it didn't deliver on a lot of things, and there were things I kept saying like it's gonna be next episode, or like it's gonna be like trust me, it'll all make sense in the end, and like some of it didn't make sense. Some of it was like just cool stuff.
I guess we gotta wait until season 3 of Mandalorian to make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some of it, right?
Yeah.
Who
knows?
Man. But all right, well, Chad, thank you for coming on. It's good to see you as always. We'll talk soon. Catch you next week. Yeah. Hopefully for
I'll be here.
Hopefully for a longer episode.
Hopefully for an episode that's like actually great. So
yeah, I agree, and we can all be hyped.
Yeah, a hype episode.
This one was a good episode, but it wasn't like the best. Which I mean, not all Star Wars TV show episodes should be like groundbreaking and the best.
Right.
Correct.
I was expecting more, and like I was like,
I think we all were.
Quick. Yeah,
I agree.
It was a quick episode.
All right, Chad.
Okay.
We'll see you, buddy.
See you around, man.
Later.
Chad BTI, film everywhere. Thank you.
All right.
Next.
Yeah, we're going to bring in Anchorman Squared coming in. Anchorman, what is up, buddy?
Is your internet working this time? No. Oh. Nothing?
We can jam out to the music.
No.
Oof. All right, Anchorman. If you figure that out, you can join back. But we're going to bring in Erlend. Coming on in 3, 2, 1. Oh.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going, man?
What's up, guys?
How you been?
Good. Going good.
Heck yeah, man. All right, thoughts on episode 4 of Kenobi. What did you think?
Spill.
The worst episodes till now.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right.
I don't know. It's episode 3 was crazy. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And No, the show is not really capturing me. I don't know why, but you know,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. It's not really you know, capturing me, and I hope the two
I can
next
get that.
episodes.
You're not alone in that.
Yeah,
think a lot
I
of
don't
people-
get the, you know, really good feeling after watching the episode, you know.
Yeah.
As someone that like likes the show, I like totally know what you mean. Like you want to come out of each of these episodes just like super hype, like oh this is everything I've ever wanted, like
Yeah.
in Star Wars, because it's for me anyways. Like Revenge of the Sith, my favorite movie. I love the prequels. I love Obi-Wan. Like I want the Obi-Wan Kenobi show to give me that every week. It's only 6 episodes. We only have 2 more episodes left. Like it is frustrating when you're not like fully at the height of your Star Wars hype after a show like this.
Yeah, it was very hyped, you know. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't really. I was more excited by Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett than. I don't know why. I really was looking forward. I'm a big prequel guy, so I was really
we all
Kenobi again,
are.
and Hayden Christensen as Anakin. So,
Of course.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't lose hope though. I wouldn't lose hope.
Well, let's think. We saw him for a brief moment in that little scene in episode 3. Episode 3. We saw him as Anakin. So I'm hoping that goes somewhere. And again, we have 2 more episodes. So, and back to sort of 66 thing. I hope we see something with that. So I think we will get our Anakin stuff. I think coming soon because we were talking about it earlier. Kind of questioning why would they like kind of hire Hayden? Not that like, you know, it was a bad decision, but it was weird if they just hired Hayden just to be in the suit as Vader.
It's a weird amount of hype too.
There needs to be some Anakin stuff, you know, as well.
They've hyped up Hayden Christensen so much,
a lot,
like through the marketing, and it's like we've gotten little. I don't want to say leaks, but like even from you and like slipping up, being like that's and like I'm working with Anakin, and he's right over there, which you know you take with a grain of salt. But I don't think they would make such a big deal out of having Hayden Christensen without actually using his face more than just like that little vision or that little hallucination or whatever.
Yeah. And then in the back of the tank, we can't really see if it's him. You know, it's probably him, but
I think it is. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
That was him.
Yeah.
That was him.
Right.
We know that. Yeah.
Which that was a great scene, by the way. Like that started off this episode strong with just
that was cool.
Yeah, a lot of parallels in this episode between the two characters.
And the scene
I mean,
with all the in the what's it called, the tomb with all the Jedi's.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. But
cool.
I agree with the shooting. You know, it's kind of whack. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not. I can't tell if it feels
is-
bland or it's trying to do too much. Like at times it just feels like it's not necessarily flat. It just doesn't like deliver. I don't know. I'm just not getting. I'm not feeling it from some of these shots or some.
I
of
don't
these.
know if any of us can kind of put exact words on it, but I do agree with that. It's just kind of.
Yeah,
It's been okay.
I think a lot of the ways the characters are shot is fine. Like when it's just like a close up of a character, like characters talking, like that's pretty rudimentary stuff, or it works fine.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's great even. But
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just feels a little dull.
Do you have a favorite part of the episode?
I think with in the tomb with all the Jedi.
Yeah.
Was the
Yeah, that
because
was
I'm
cool.
a big Clone Wars guy also, and
Yeah. Did you pick up right away on who was in the tubes and stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took me
the
a
old
second,
one
but
from
yeah. Lightsaber lost.
it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That was
cool.
just genuinely
And that was-
surprising. And it was dark too.
Yeah,
I mean, that was really like they showed us a dead kid in a tomb. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
With the Jedi training.
yeah, they didn't even
Yeah,
take that
like,
thing off. They just
Yeah.
stuffed him in.
Kept
and
it
they were
on
like-
him.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
Ruthless. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, listen, I know the Inquisitors are bad people, but how are they feeling when they walk by that
Yeah.
tomb? Like, I don't.
Kind of.
Yeah, and I want to shout out to your channel, guys. I really enjoy your content, and
Oh, thank you very much.
I've been talking to Dylan and Levi sometimes on Discords, and
Yeah,
I really
I'm
think
bad
the
with.
community-
I'm
I
really
like-
bad with Discord personally. So. I'm sorry if you can't get a hold of me.
I really appreciate it. You know, I really like this community. I think it's so positive, and I really like it. Yeah, because you know, it's it's not easy to be a Star Wars fan sometimes, you know.
That's true.
All the,
That's true. That's
We gotta
very
pick
true.
each other up.
Now
We
it's all
know that from first-hand experience.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
and all this with the Reva and the racism things, I really
it's not.
I really don't like to talk about it because it's so stupid. All this,
It is very stupid.
The tweet by Star Wars on racism. Everybody gets crazy over that too. So I really don't know what.
It's unfortunately a losing battle. It's people aren't gonna.
We can.
Right. I mean, it's been a tale as old as time when it comes to Star Wars fans. I feel like, and it's a vocal minority. It's just some very loud people.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, definitely not okay. And that's a part of the reason we started this channel was because it's like that's not okay. Let's try to make it okay, or let's try to make a space where we can have actual discussions without it, creeping into that darker side of the fan base. So I really appreciate you.
Really appreciate
thanks for watching.
This channel is so really highlight of my weekend.
Thank you.
It's the first time on live too. Yeah, because I'm
it's
from
the first
Norway,
time.
and it's really difficult to catch the live streams because it's.
The time. What is the time difference? I don't even know in Norway.
It's 3:30 in the night. I don't know. It's,
okay. Wow.
But I work at so it's hard sometimes. But I always catch up with your streams at work, so it's.
Thank you. That's
awesome.
Good.
So
we appreciate that. We appreciate
really
you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that a lot. That's really cool. That's really cool.
No problem.
Or I guess, do you have a rating
for
the episode? Week. Yeah, we'll definitely see you next week. But do you have a rating for the episode?
Yeah, hope so. Rating.
Out of 10?
Yeah, maybe. I don't think it was bad, but I was hyping up so much, I think of it like a movie,
Yeah, so, it's fine to say it's your least favorite too. I mean, it's definitely my least favorite episode out of the.
I think I agree.
It was like a Rebels or Clone Wars episode, a mid one.
Yeah, it was similar.
The Rebels comparisons are there. Yeah, I can agree.
7 out of 10, maybe.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that's good.
Fair.
It's not bad. Yeah. Better than bad, I'd say.
Right.
Better than bad. Yeah. It's not bad.
It didn't leave you with something to really be hyped about.
I wasn't stunned.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm hoping.
I definitely dig the Leia Obi-Wan connection. I really like that.
Yes.
That's probably the highlight of the show so
really
far.
Cool. Yeah.
Hopefully these next 2 episodes do it for you though.
Fingers crossed.
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon, I know.
Hope.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson, he's got to come
my
back.
heart. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that might be a moment for all of us there. So that'll be really cool. But thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. It was great meeting you finally.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you for the kind words. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. See you next week, man.
Buddy. Heck yeah, dude.
I want to point out this comment before we get our last guest. Do you think it's possible those Jedi aren't dead but in suspended animation? I think they're dead.
Yeah,
I didn't see any wounds. They might have been there. I just didn't see them. But the only reason I think that is because in Rebels, actually, we see Luminara in a similar casket type thing. Like she's in the same vein of tomb type dealy. So I think that's not the first time the Inquisitors have done that. Where they lure
I think
in with.
I think they're dead, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
It's a kid, man. There's a kid in there. It's messed up.
Anchorman, we'll try again. Let's see. Hello, Anchorman. Anything?
Oh, heard a rope. Oh.
I don't think your mic. No,
bit of a giraffe.
No. Okay.
That's good. You sound like an EDM or dubstep.
All right. We'll try again next week. Sorry about that, buddy. But
yeah, coming up on an hour. I think it's
coming up on an hour. But everybody, thank you so much for coming on. This was great. Love having you again. Anybody and everybody, come on. When we go live. And we love talking to you guys. Hopefully next week is a lot more of a hype episode. I think it will be. I think we're bound to get a lot more stuff. I think there's a lot more things that need to be dealt with, and I'm hoping this is I think we're all hoping very Vader heavy episode next week. But
agreeable statement.
Yeah, and so second part of our vlog coming out this weekend at some point. And then next week, Kenobi.
There will be a podcast one day. We promise.
One day, yeah.
And we're gonna talk all about our celebration experiences. There's some
Yes.
funny stuff that happened that we want to get into. So.
But thank you everybody for checking us out, and we will see you next week.